Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping right into something really exciting, prompt engineering.
Yeah, it's a hot topic.
And specifically, we want to look at how this skill could be, well, a real game changer for youngsters and students right here in Pakistan.
Absolutely. Think of it like learning a new language, but for talking to AI.
Okay, so prompt engineering, it's a skill that's popping up everywhere, but what exactly is it for someone maybe hearing this for the first time?
Right, good question. So basically, a prompt is just an instruction you give to an AI, like a command or a question.
Okay.
And prompt engineering is the skill or maybe the art of crafting those instructions really well. So you get the AI to give you exactly what you need or something even better.
And we're talking mostly about generative AI here, right? The kind that creates things.
Exactly. AI that can write text, make images, generate code, all sorts of creative stuff. It's like having a super smart assistant for, research, learning, brainstorming.
So it's all about asking the right questions.
That's the core of it. Learning to ask effectively unlocks all that potential.
So our mission today then is to give you a kind of step-by-step guide. How do you actually learn prompt engineering? And crucially, we want to explore how you, especially if you're a student or a young person in Pakistan, might eventually use these skills to, well, maybe even earn something.
Yeah, that's the exciting part. We looked at a whole range of sources, places like TechTarget, Coursera, Learn Prompting, AI certs, even Reddit forums, to see what the experts in the community are saying.
Trying to piece together a practical picture for you.
And the underlying idea is pretty compelling. If you get good at this, you can make AI work much more efficiently. And efficiency often translates into opportunities.
Okay, let's get into the practical steps. Step 1, understanding the fundamentals. You said a prompt is an instruction.
Yep, simple as that. An instruction for the AI. Now, the AI itself, often it's what's called a large language model, an LLM.
Right, I've heard that term, like GPT-4 or Gemini.
Exactly. Those are prime examples. These LLMs have been trained on, unbelievable amounts of text and data from the internet. They use these things called neural networks to understand patterns, context, and relationships in language. They're not just repeating stuff. They're trying to figure out what you mean and predict the most logical continuation or answer.
So it's not just guessing the next word. It's more complex.
Oh, much more. They break everything down into tokens. Think of tokens as, pieces of words or whole words or even characters. In English, maybe 4 characters make up a token, roughly. And the LLM processes these tokens, figures out the sort of meaning space your prompt is pointing to, and then constructs a response that it fits grammatically and logically. It's pretty sophisticated.
Got it. So knowing that, how do we write good prompts? TechTarget had a list of principles, right? What are the key takeaways?
Number 1, definitely know what you want. Be really clear in your own head about the desired outcome before you start typing.
Okay, clarity first.
Then think about the format. Is it a question? A command? Do you want bullet points? A paragraph? And then be specific, really specific.
Vague prompts get vague answers.
Pretty much. The more detail you give the AI, the better it can tailor the response. Also, consider the prompt length. Sometimes breaking a big complex task down into smaller separate prompts works better.
Right. Don't try to ask for everything at once.
Exactly. And, choose your words carefully. Synonyms can sometimes lead the AI down slightly different paths. TechTarget also mentioned using open-ended questions if you want more sort of creative or detailed answers.
Instead of a yes-no question.
Yeah, ask explain or describe rather than is it ick. Also provide context. If you're asking about something specific, give the AI some background and examples. If you can show the AI an example of the style or format you want, that's incredibly powerful.
Like, here's a paragraph in the style I like, now write about this topic.
Precisely. And, specify the length you want. Short answer. Long essay. Tell it. And finally, avoid ambiguity or conflicting instructions in the same prompt. Use punctuation clearly. It's all about clear communication.
That's a lot to keep in mind. But it makes sense. Clear instructions lead to clear results.
You got it.
Now, something I think will really grab people's attention, especially younger folks, image generation. TechTarget had tips for that too, didn't they? How do you prompt an AI to create a picture?
Oh yeah, this is super fun. And the same principle applies. Detail is your friend. Start by describing the main subject and the scene. What is it? Who is in it? Be specific. A young girl reading under a tree, not just a person.
Okay. So maybe a bustling street scene in Karachi at dusk.
Perfect. Then add the mood. Are people happy, busy? What's the feeling? Describe actions, expressions.
Right.
Then the aesthetic. Do you want it photorealistic? cartoonish, watercolor, digital art. Mentioning a style helps a lot.
So you're like an art director for the AI.
Kind of. Then think about framing close-up, wide-angle shot. And lighting is huge. Morning light, lamplight, bright sun, shadows. Describe it.
Lighting, right.
And colors. Vibrant, muted, black and white. And finally, the overall level of realism you're aiming for.
Wow, okay. It really is like painting with words. So where can people, particularly our listeners in Pakistan, actually go to try this stuff out? What tools are easy to access?
Good news is there are great free options to start. ChatGPT is probably the most famous. It has a free tier. It's very conversational, easy to use.
I've used that one.
Then there's Bing AI, which is integrated into the Bing search engine, and Google Gemini, which used to be Bard. All of these let you just type in prompts and see what happens. Resources like KeyUI and Learn Prompting point to these as great starting points.
You just sign up and start typing.
Pretty much. And honestly, the best way to learn is just by doing. Experiment. Try tweaking your prompts, see what changes. The Learn Prompting site really emphasizes this practical, hands-on approach.
Learn by playing around.
Exactly. They have tons of examples, which is really helpful. And they suggest joining online communities, like their Discord. You can learn from others, ask questions. It makes it less intimidating.
That community aspect sounds useful. Peer learning.
Definitely. And Learn Prompting even rates its material, beginner, easy, intermediate, so you can find stuff at your level.
Okay, so we know what to do and where to do it. But how does the AI actually understand our prompts? We touch on tokens, but Reddit discussions mention things like embeddings.
Yeah, it gets a bit technical under the hood. But the core idea is that words get turned into numbers, these high-dimensional vectors called embeddings. Words with similar meanings end up having similar numerical representations sort of close together in this abstract mathematical space.
Like a map of words?
Kind of, yeah. Very complex map. And then models use transformers, that's a type of neural network architecture, to weigh the importance of different words in your prompt, understand the context, the relationships between them.
So it's not just word association, it's understanding the structure.
Exactly. It figures out the semantic space, the area of meaning your prompt is targeting, and then it generates a response that fits within that space, following the patterns it learned during training.
Fascinating. So our prompt is like giving it coordinates on that meaning map.
That's a great analogy, actually. Now let's bring this back to the real world. How is prompt engineering actually used? Learn Prompting had that cool example about writing emails.
Right. Funny but professional emails. I need that.
We all do. But it goes way beyond emails. AI Search points out its role in designing better chatbots for customer service, making them sound more human, more helpful.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
It's also key for personalization algorithms, the things that recommend movies or news articles based on your preferences. That uses prompting behind the scenes. And in data analysis, finance, healthcare, business-skilled prompting helps extract insights from huge data sets much faster.
So it's making existing AI applications better.
And enabling new ones. They specifically mention multilingual customer service. Good prompts let AI handle queries in many languages effectively. That's huge for global businesses and very relevant in a multilingual country like Pakistan, too.
Really powerful stuff. Okay, so it's clearly a useful skill. Now, the big question for many listeners, especially students in Pakistan, can you actually earn money with this?
This is where the potential really lies, I think. As companies use more AI, they need people who know how to talk to it effectively. Good prompting saves time, improves results, basically makes the AI investment worthwhile.
So it adds business value.
Exactly. Coursera even talks about prompt engineer potentially becoming a specific job role. We're seeing AI adoption accelerate globally.
So even if prompt engineer isn't on every job board in Pakistan today, the underlying skill is becoming valuable.
I firmly believe so. And that opens doors. You could potentially freelance, helping businesses write better prompts for their marketing, their customer service bots, their data analysis.
Like a consultant, sort of, yeah. Or you could create and maybe even sell packs of high-quality prompts designed for specific tasks, like prompts for generating marketing copy or for educational purposes.
Interesting. Prompt marketplaces.
Could be a thing. You could also use your skills to build things, maybe AI-powered tools or content generators. And down the line, as demand grows, teaching or tutoring others in prompt engineering could be an option too.
Lots of possibilities emerging there. So for someone listening right now in Pakistan feeling inspired, what should they do immediately after this deep dive?
Step 1, just start. Seriously, go to ChatGPT, go to Gemini, and just try things out. Type in prompts based on what we discussed, see what happens, get your hands dirty.
Don't just listen to.
Absolutely. Then check out resources like Learn Prompting for more structured guidance. Look back at those tech target principles. Maybe join an online community, find a Discord server or forum.
Connect with others.
Yeah, learn together. And start thinking about what aspect of AI interests you most. Is it writing, images, problem solving? Focus your experiments there.
Find your niche. Exactly. And as you get better, keep a record. Save your best prompts. Save the cool outputs you get. That starts building a portfolio, proof of your skills.
Good tip. Document your work.
And finally, remember this field is moving incredibly fast. So keep learning, stay curious, follow AI news. Continuous learning is non-negotiable here.
Fantastic practical advice. So wrapping up, it really feels like prompt engineering isn't just some tech buzzword. It's a foundational skill for interacting with AI. And it holds real potential, especially for young people in Pakistan looking towards the future.
Definitely. The main takeaway is that it boils down to communication. Learning to communicate clearly and effectively with these powerful AI tools, that's the key that unlocks their capabilities.
Couldn't have said it better. And maybe a final thought for everyone listening. As AI weaves itself deeper into our work, our studies, our creativity, how will your ability to guide it, to prompt it effectively, shape your future? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.